Hey guys, what's up? Change of pace. I'm on time for my live. So excited to talk to you guys about how to choose the best diet. How on earth are you supposed to know what diet is the right diet for you? You can spend 10 minutes on Instagram and 5 minutes Googling what you learned on Instagram, and you're more confused than when you start. Should you track macros? Should you just count calories? Should you do Weight Watchers? What about that whole slim fast thing people used to talk about? Should you cut out carbs? Should you go keto? Or should you do like no fat and eat all the carbs because people say like carbs are fuel? Or should you just eat like only protein? Or should you cut out all sugar? It's definitely sugar. Or whatever. You spend 10 minutes on social media and you have about 500 diets to choose from, maybe half of which are diarrhea. So it's like, how the hell do I know what to pick? And then also is if you pick a team to bat for, if you pick the best diet that you think is going to work for you, all the other diet people make you feel like a piece of shit for not not picking their diet. It's so frustrating to me. I feel like I'm a black sheep here on social media because I'm not a team no days off, but I'm also a team, you have to do the fucking work. You have to kind of meld and mix and plan and try things and make your own workout plan, own nutrition plan style. Thanks, girl. I like my sweater too. I like my cherries. And somehow I painted my nails last night, which I haven't in forever, and they totally match the blue. I'm just saying I'm totally on point today, and I'm never on point. I'm always like frumpty dumpty. So this is a solid win. But one thing that really has been bothering me lately on social media, and it was, I got a DM about this, is I'm so conflicted because I'm not comfortable in my own skin. Like, I want to lose weight. I feel better at a lower weight than I am right now. But then all these other accounts are like, body positivity. Why do you need to lose weight? Love yourself right now. You shouldn't feel like you have to lose weight to love yourself. So then all of a sudden, if you have weight loss goals, everyone instantly thinks that you hate yourself and you have very poor self-esteem. Or, if you intuitively eat, then anything else, if you track anything you're eating, you're clearly doing it wrong, and it's from a place of negativity where you should be able to eat intuitively and love yourself, but anyone with goals is wrong. Or then the people that like goals are life and they live and eat and die and breathe by their goals. There is so many extremists when it comes to health, diet, lifestyle, all the things, and people just need to calm the hell down. There is no one best team. You can say, that's good for you. That's not for me. Okay, you're not right. They don't have to be wrong. It is not a competition. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone, nor should anyone have to prove their diet to you. So, how do you pick? How do you know what works for you? Try it. Try something. So first, let's just walk through my dieting history. If you followed me for more than 10 minutes, I've gone through a weight loss journey. I lost a lot of weight. Whoops, I put some back on. And then I lost it again and I kept it off. So what worked? To get that weight off, I used macro tracking. I tracked my macros. I tracked my calories and I tracked my macros religiously for a very long period of time. And it worked. It worked for me. It worked for my personality. I am type A. I am a planner. So it was like a Tetris game for me. And I got a little obsessive, and I've talked about that too. But it works. I start most of my clients on some form of macro tracking, whether it be full-on macro tracking, some come in already knowing it, or others, we start with just calories and protein. You kind of make it fit the person because you learn a lot. Some people really like it, and others you need to switch away from macro tracking and embrace what some people call flexible dieting, where you look at, instead of tracking every morsel of gram of protein that was a trace amount in the sweet potato, a sweet potato is a carb, period, the end. It's a lot more just general portion sizes. So you lose a little bit of the, accuracy with macro tracking when you're just kind of flexible dieting, but sometimes that's the optimal choice. It is not picking what is the optimal diet on a sheet of paper. It is picking what is the best thing that you can stick to. Isn't finding something that's a little less than perfect, but you can totally hang with it, way better than trying to find the most perfect diet ever made for and you get to stick to it for 3 days, that helps no one. So there's ways you can use macro tracking. There's ways you can count calories. Some people do best with intermittent fasting. So none of it's wrong. None of it's right. It's about picking and choosing when it's going to be the right move for you. So I was having this conversation with actually a former client. Her and I were talking, and I was like, why do you have to pick a team? Why? If you think macro tracking works for you and you like it and it kind of gives you a sense of control and normalcy and you feel like really good about it, why on earth do you feel that you have to switch to intuitive eating? Because some girl that you think is like super adorbs on Instagram does that? Who cares? My best friend in the world doesn't macro track. She probably couldn't with a gun to her head. That's just not her thing. I don't care. It's fine. Let people do their own thing. You focus on what you are doing. So it's not about picking the diet. Think of it like Build-A-Bear. It is about picking pieces of each diet that you like and you make your own damn bear. Who cares what the template looked like? You want to leave with one that you made that looks like you all over it. My bear might have a cherry sweatshirt and tennis shoes on. Why not? I like it. And get some dangly earrings in there. So I like to macro track. We're going back to me. When I'm in my environment, I'm literally here in my apartment. Welcome, everyone. I'm macro tracking. I have nothing going on today. My fridge is right there. I know what's in it. I can meet my goals. I'm going to work out later. The end. Easy day. So days like this, I macro track. It's easy. I coast. It's fine. Days that I'm out and about with friends or running around with family, you just really don't know the schedule. I am not glued to macro tracking. I didn't sign my name in blood on any line. I don't have to be team macro tracking at every day, at every moment to say I'm a macro tracker. Get rid of the labels and use it when it's applicable. So on some days, macro tracking is just not going to happen because the day is going crazy. So maybe I keep a loose eye on my calories and call it good enough. Or if I'm really going for it, you can track calories and protein. Okay, I'm using parts of macro tracking and applying some flexible dieting in there, and it works for me. Okay, what about intuitive eating? What about not tracking anything? I don't think anybody should ever open a tracking app if it suits you, like on Thanksgiving, on Christmas, on your birthday. No one cares. Do your thing. So I don't even open my app on those days because I don't want to. I don't feel like it. You know, if it's going to be a really controlled, weird day for some reason and then we're celebrating the next day, sure, I'll track if I can control it. But on some days, monitoring your nutrition really just doesn't have a place in that day, in that moment. And that's okay. You can still be a macro tracker, or you can still be team flexible dieting, or you can be still team intermittent fasting, or gluten-free, or I hate sugar, or whatever. You can be whatever team you want to be, whatever day you want to be it. And it can change per day, per event, whatever. So, all right, I macro track usually during the week. If it's a chill weekend day, we're not really doing much, I'll macro track there. If we're going to go out with friends, I'll lean on some more flexible dieting, not track so rigorously. On days that I'm not tracking at all, it's more intuitive eating where I'm just listening to hunger cues. It doesn't mean that one choice will suit me at every moment. Sometimes when I'm working with clients, we talk about how to meet your macros when you're eating out and making the best guess you can, because you're in it and you're really committed to your goals and you think you can totally meet your macros. You just need a little help. Great. Let's do that. If you're really stressed that the macros just aren't going to fall into place, but you can totally handle keeping your eye on calories, great. Let's do that. If you are going to be at the mercy of whatever your mother-in-law has planned for the next couple days and you have no idea what is in store and she is not the type of woman you want to cross or ask questions to about what's going to be on the menu, great. Let's talk about learning hunger cues, kind of some intuitive eating type of concepts, learning that you don't have to eat something just because it's there, and you're allowed to eat when you're hungry, and you're allowed to say the words no thank you if you don't want something. So it's applying concepts from multiple diets that make sense to you in the right time. That's going to be the best diet. It's not picking one team and just batting for it. You're allowed to change your mind today. You can change your mind at dinner. Change your mind tomorrow morning. It's about getting some consistency at what works for you. So when I know my schedule's controlled, I know what works for me. When I'm going to be flying by the seat of my pants all day, I know what works for me. You can adjust, you can pick and choose. Kind of think of it like a Chipotle. I want a little bit of that, sprinkle the hell, I want more cheese than that. Give it to me. Definitely want the guac. It's not like, here's your custom, here's your one size fits all plate. Pick and choose what's going to serve you best in the moment to help reach your ultimate goal. Okay, so foregoing your goals for a day or two because you can't be rigorous macro tracking because the holidays are here and you just want to be a bit more mindful and it takes you like a week longer to lose the pound. Okay, that was the right choice for you. And I really do want to just really drive home. If you want to lose weight, that doesn't mean you hate yourself. If you want to lose weight, it doesn't mean you can't think you're totally rocking right now, but you just see some areas you'd like to improve. Weight loss does not have to come from a place of desperation, self-hate, negativity at all. Weight loss can be empowering. So like, I got a lot of shit going for me. I want to do this. I want to see what I'm made of. I'm excited. Not everyone that is losing weight is doing it from a positive place. The first time I was doing it, it sure wasn't how positive, but it's turned into that. Just because someone has weight loss goals, just because you have weight loss goals, that doesn't mean that, team body positivity and healthy at every size or healthy at any size, I'm not even sure which one it is. It doesn't mean that you don't support them and agree with some of what they say. Great. You can be totally body positive and have goals. Just because you are, let's say, a teacher and you're going for your master's or your PhD in teaching, so you're trying to do better at something, it doesn't mean you hate that you're a teacher. It just means you see room for improvement. Think of your weight loss goals the same way. You don't have to lose weight for anyone other than yourself. So it can be a really positive thing. And I think it's just latching so quickly to labels and which diet you're on is getting yourself into a bad place. Because, okay, if you track macros, what happens if you have dinner reservations and you tracked your macros because you knew what the menu was and you had the best game plan in the world and you got there and they were closed because of COVID, or the kitchen lit on fire, or they were busier than you thought. So everyone, screw it, we're just going to go to the pizza joint up the road. Someone who is glued and lives, eats, breathes, and dies by macro tracking will lose their shit the second it doesn't go perfectly to plan. So instead of just losing your mind, being a total suckfest for the rest of the evening and being a Debbie Downer and hating everyone and being so pissed the whole time, what if you decided that I can still track macros and I'm in control? That doesn't serve me right now, so I'm just going to lean on some hunger cues. I'm going to enjoy a little bit of pizza, make sure I get a side salad, drink some water, and call it a day. You don't have to just bat for one team. You can apply concepts from as many diets as you want and make it work for you. For a while during the early parts of COVID, my brother was doing intermittent fasting. It worked really well for him to get some weight off because he was sitting a lot. He wasn't traveling as much. So he's like, I don't need to eat until later in the day. I'm really just not that hungry and it's helping me. I'm like, that's great. Life's picking back up again. It's no longer serving him. That's okay to forego what was working and apply something new as your life changes. I don't really intermittent fast because I get hangry and no one likes to be around me. But, if I wake up and I'm not that hungry, I'm not going to shovel breakfast. That's a rarity, mind you. But I've gone through, I think I had breakfast like an hour ago, which is like 3 hours later than I usually do. But I got distracted. I was working. I wasn't that hungry. So I guess this morning I embraced intermittent fasting and it wasn't a thing. Get rid of the labels. Get rid of which team you bat for, which diet's the best, what is your favorite influencer? Is that the word? I'm clearly not a very cool person. I'm on here a lot and I talk a lot and you guys are watching, so I'll take it. So stop labeling it. Stop trying to find the thing and just listen. That sounds like a really good idea. I think that would help me in this avenue. That sounds interesting. I bet I can apply that here because that doesn't apply here. There is no one size fits all, and even people who eat, sleep, breathe, and die by macro tracking, people who have macro in their Instagram handle don't track their macros to the gram every single day. I guarantee it. And if they did, their life probably sucks. Okay, maybe not. That's just me being judgy, and I shouldn't do that. I'm just joking around. But get rid of the labels. There is no one perfect diet. And even if you find a diet that works really well for you, it doesn't mean that's going to work for you forever, every time. I have a lot of clients have a lot of success when we are going for it with the weight loss goals. We're doing shit. We macro track. We are tracking calories, protein, fats, carbs. I teach you how to do it. It is really not that hard if you kind of give yourself a little grace period while you're learning. Once you're in it, you just kind of go on autopilot. You got it totally handled. And then you get that goal and you're like, damn, this is where I want to stay. Can we loosen the reins a little bit? Absolutely. Macro tracking is no longer serving you. Why don't we just back it off to calories and protein, or switch to more of a flexible dieting where you're just eyeballing portion sizes, honoring your hunger cues because you're at maintenance now for a while. And then you can apply macro tracking again if and when you want to go into another fat loss journey. Pick and choose pieces of each diet and pick and choose when they're going to work for you. That's why having a coach can be super beneficial, because it's a lot to try and figure out for yourself. And especially us ladies, we are emotionally charged in our weight loss journey. Most of my clients are probably smarter than me. I have doctors, I have financial analysts, I just finished up with a pharmacist, I have nurses, I have a lot of healthcare providers since I was a physical therapist, but my clients are sharp ladies. And the second it turns into a conversation about our weight or our physique, we turn into toddlers. What do? I want it now. What is she doing? I want what she has. We all do it. I do it too. I'm not making fun of anyone because I do it too. When we are so emotionally invested in the outcome, we completely lose objectivity when it comes to picking something from a place of logic. This diet will work. This is going to work today. I should apply these principles tomorrow. When we're in diet mode and we're all on our own accord, it is, I need to slash calories because I didn't lose 6 pounds last night and I need to do more cardio. And you talk yourself into these rabbit holes and it never actually works. So having someone to say, chill, or you know what, you need to step it up. We're losing you on the weekends. Let's talk about it. What's going on? You need someone to help piece together the right diet for you and teach you how to use those concepts when most appropriate for the optimal outcome. I don't give a shit what diet you use or approach your nutrition or lifestyle, but if it is healthy and it is working, great, that's perfect for you. You don't have to prove that it's perfect to me. I don't need to convince you that that wouldn't work for me. No one cares. So stop trying to do what you see someone else doing, especially if who you're comparing yourself to, their job is to compete on a stage in a bikini looking tan and really sparkly. They probably don't have 4 kids running around screaming that they want more tater tots and their boss is on the phone telling them like, where the hell was this email? Like, you have a life. So make sure when you are trying to set up expectations about what diet you're able to stick to, you leave room for life. That's something that anyone can suck it up for like 8 weeks, 12 weeks if you're good. But after that, life is going to happen and win. There's a lot of this going on. I'm sorry, I'm very handsy today. So just leave room for life. Don't pick a team. Pick parts of every team that you want that look really good. I think that's fantastic. Do you have more than one sports team you root for? Probably. Do you watch more than one show on Netflix? Probably. Are you allowed to binge watch a baking show and a criminal show? Yup. You don't have to pick one genre of show you like. You don't have to pick only one food group that you like. You don't have to pick one sports team you like. You don't only shop for clothes at one store. You pick and choose each item from each store that you like when you're shopping. You don't have to be head to toe, like Nordstrom, Banana Republic, whatever. I don't shop anymore. What are the stores' names? Madewell? There's one. This is Madewell. Yeah, you go into a store, you buy what you like, then you go to the next store, you buy what you like, and when it's hot outside, I don't wear a sweater. When it's cold outside, I don't wear a tank top. You pick and choose from different things that you like and you apply them per the environment. Use those same concepts when you're applying it to your health, fitness, weight loss journey. That's the biggest thing here, guys. Weight loss doesn't have to be negative and you really don't have to pick a team. If there's any questions, you probably want to start typing now because I am running out of things to say and I got work to do, a lot more clients to get to today. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you know how much I appreciate all of you. And if you came in late, make sure you watch the recording. I'm going to try and save this as an IGTV, but it doesn't always save. I think it usually does, but it's always a I hope it saves type of thing. So hopefully this was informative. If you have questions that come up later, drop one in the comments, shoot me a DM. I'm here to support you in any way I can. Whatever you're doing, if it's healthy and it's working and you think it's totally your drive, keep doing that. You don't have to convince anyone otherwise. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day and I'll catch you later.